Scholars. So today we're going to go over how to use the 3 reads protocol to help us understand a real world problem. So I'm going to show you using it on Pear Deck so that way when you are completing your own activities, you are able to use it as well. So first step we are going to do is we are going to read through the problem one time. This time that we're reading, our purpose for our reading is to just understand what the problem is about. So as I'm reading, I'm going to think, what is the problem about? What is the topic? Who is the character in the problem? And the main object in the problem. So let's read. There are 7 bags of cookies in the cafeteria. Each bag of cookies has 3 cookies. How many cookies are there in total? Well, while I was reading, I heard the word cookies, my favorite, more than once. So it's obviously about cookies. So it looks like there are bags of cookies. So I'm going to use the text feature. So I'm going to click here and click inside this box. And now I have the cursor so I can write in bags of cookies. Now we're going to read the problem again, but this time we are going to think about our purpose for solving this word problem. We have to figure out, what do we have to find out? What is the question asking? So we're going to read through it again. There are 7 bags of cookies in the cafeteria. Each bag of cookies has 3 cookies. How many cookies are there in total? So it looks like in my question, it's asking me how many cookies are there in total. So that math vocabulary word, total, is giving me a clue that I need to find. So I'm going to click on text again and put a new box here. I need to find the total number of cookies. See if I enter here, make it bigger. There we go. So that's what I need to find, is the total number of cookies. Now I'm going to read it one more time. And this time I need to find the important information. This little pear guy is hiding that, but it does say what is the important information. So that's pretty much what are the numbers. I'm looking for the numbers. There are 7 bags of cookies in the cafeteria. Each bag of cookies has 3 cookies. How many cookies are there in total? So I'm going to use the text box again, and I'm going to put a cursor here so that I can type. So the first number I see is 7. And what does that 7 mean? Is that there's 7 bags of cookies. I'm not going to just write 7 because when I go back to look at this, I don't know what that 7 means. So I'm going to put 7 bags of cookies. Enter. And then I'm going to find my other number is 3. So we're going to put in 3 cookies. And what are those 3 cookies? There are 3 cookies in each bag. So now this information is going to help me as I go ahead to solve. So I need to draw a picture to represent the problem. That will help me visualize and come up with an equation that will help me solve the problem. So I see that there are bags of cookies. So what I'm going to do is, I like the color blue, so I'm going to pick blue. I'm going to just draw my 7 bags. Oops, I still have text. Let me move my face over and pick the pencil. So I'm going to draw 7 bags. 1. Is there a way we can make it smaller? I'm going to make it smaller. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are my 7 bags of cookies, or my 7 bags of cookies from this piece of information. All right, so now inside of each bag, I know from my 3 reads is that there's 3 cookies inside. So I'm going to make mine chocolate cookies. So I'm going to draw 3 cookies. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now that I've represented the problem with a picture, I now need to represent the problem with an equation. So when I look at my picture, I see that I drew equal groups. And thinking back to when Ms. Hickson and Ms. Wallace, Ms. Sanchez were teaching me earlier today, or your teacher was teaching you earlier today, Equal groups means that I'm going to have to either multiply or divide. So here I knew the number of groups. I had 7 bags, that's my number of groups, and my 3 cookies, that's how many are in each of the bags. So I had 7 groups, 7 equal groups of 3. So my equation is 7 times 3. And then I can use my model to count up how many cookies I had in the total, and that's going to be 21. My last step is I need to answer the question. And we are going to answer our question in a complete sentence by recycling the question. So the question was, how many cookies are there in total? So I'm going to say there are 21 cookies in total. So just to review, first we went through and we did the 3 reads. We read through the problem each time, thinking about what the problem is about. What was the question? What do we have to find out? And then we were also finding the important information. The most important part of this is understanding what the problem is asking us. And the best way for me, because I'm a visual learner, is to draw that problem out. So being able to draw this image helped me determine that the operation that we were going to use to solve is multiplication. 7 times 3 equals. Used my strategy to count up to see how many cookies I had, and there are 7 cookies, 27, 21 cookies in total.